After 3 years of chasing the campus heartthrob, we finally made it official. Right before our engagement, an upperclassman suddenly appeared in Jay's life. Elaine was sophisticated, gentle, and impeccably competent, quickly winning over all our mutual friends, yet I couldn't shake the feeling something was off. Every time I saw her, I'd end up fighting with Jay. Eventually, he massaged his temples saying, "I swear I'm not interested in her. When will you stop comparing yourself? You're you, she's her. I need space." That day, Elaine texted me, "Relationships require work. You're still young. If my presence bothers you, I'll leave the project. He loves you. Cherish that. I deleted everyone's contact. The next morning, I submitted my U.S. exchange program application. At the train station, Jay stood out like always. His cool demeanor melted into visible joy upon seeing me back so soon. He wrapped his scarf around me, chuckling, "Thought I wouldn't see you till spring break. Missed you." I smiled, linking arms. "Dinner?" He warmed my hand in his. "Let's join our team dinner first." Freshly graduated and interning at a Fortune 500 company, Jay worked on crucial data projects in Harbor City. To stay close, I'd gotten into a local grad program. After all, he was the campus legend I'd pursued relentlessly. I'd even integrated into his friend circle. At the private dining room, I noticed an unfamiliar face. Jay introduced, "This is Elaine from headquarters, assisting our project since January." The chin-length bobbed woman adjusted her gold-rimmed glasses, radiating polished maturity. Jay's famous first love. She shifted place settings for me. So cute. I ordered steamed pomfret, crab roe, tofu, and spring beef. No garlic, as requested. Her seamless hosting left me stammering thanks. Jay's college roommate Randy joked, "No wonder Elaine climbed corporate ladders so fast." Masterclass in social skills. The conversation pivoted to her travel stories and career insights. My hand retreated from the souvenir-filled luggage. When distributing gifts later, Randy hesitated with his Prada keychain. "You got everyone except Elaine." Elaine pocketed her hands casually. "No worries. I'm last-minute edition." Then Jay handed her my Hermes card holder. "Take it. You paid for dinner." "Really unnecessary." She smiled. My gift-giving joy evaporated. That night, I cornered Jay before bed. How did she know my dietary preferences? "You two talk about me often?" Jay Wilson paused mid-step, turning back with a puzzled expression. "Tanya, what's on your mind?" "Elaine simply asked about your dietary preferences when I went to pick you up for the team dinner. We're all colleagues in the same group. And Randy's the one who mentioned our relationship during casual chats." "Don't overthink it. You must be exhausted from the trip. Get some rest." I exhaled in relief. "Okay. Sorry about that. I'll make sure to give her a proper gift next time." "Don't worry about it." Jay called over his shoulder as he headed to the bathroom. "Elaine's not the type to take offense. She's always looking out for everyone." For 3 days, I convinced myself it was just my overprotectiveness of our 4-year relationship coloring my first interaction with Elaine. Then came the late winter snowstorm. On that frosty morning, Jay rose early as usual while I burrowed deeper into our warm blankets. His phone buzzed on the nightstand, a habit I'd never questioned in 3 years of dating. Yet some unseen force compelled me to glance at the locked screen. "Elaine, frowny face, snow's coming down. Wear your heavy coat this time. No repeat of last winter's flu." My breath hitched as winter's chill seeped through our heated apartment. When Jay emerged, towel drying his hair, I pretended to sleep while watching him check the message. His fingers danced across the screen before selecting clothes. "What are you looking for?" I mumbled. "That Moncler parka you brought from Paris last year. Perfect for today's weather." My chest tightened. "I'm cold too. Let me wear it today." He hesitated but grabbed his usual black windbreaker instead. Through frosted windows, I watched his slender frame disappear into the snowstorm. Immediate regret pooling in my stomach. That night, Jay returned past midnight clutching a pharmacy bag. His forehead burned under my touch. "You're feverish. Probably the flu relapse," he croaked, retrieving Tamiflu from our newly organized medicine cabinet, neatly categorized sections I didn't recognize. Guilt gnawed at me as I nursed him through the night. "Why did you work so late?" "Data system bug," he rasped. "Friday deadline for the whole team. By dawn on the 3rd day." I stopped him packing his laptop. "Shouldn't you rest more?" Randy's booming voice interrupted through the phone. Stay home. Man. Elaine pulled 2 all-nighters fixing your code. You owe her big time. Thanks. Jay said hoarsely. I'll thank her myself. Yeah, you better. Randy snorted. Lucky bastard, always got women lining up to bail you out. The meticulously arranged medicine cabinet suddenly made sense. After hanging up the phone, an awkward silence filled the room. Jay turned to look at me. Tanya. I still need to check on things at the office. I knew he wouldn't trust anything unless he saw it himself. But my words came out sharper than intended. What's there to check? Didn't Randy say it's handled? Or are you just eager to go thank your dear Elaine? His expression darkened. Tanya. What are you implying? Weeks of suppressed anxiety and resentment bubbled over as I stepped closer. Am I wrong? Elaine this. Elaine that ever since I came back. You and your friends won't stop talking about her. Jay. She's your alumni colleague. Not your sister. We're all adults here. Since when did you forget about boundaries? The heavy silence that followed marked our first real fight. I'd always been the accommodating girlfriend to this academically driven perfectionist. Determined never to become that clingy girlfriend who hindered his ambitions. The shock in his eyes mirrored my own disbelief. Neither of us had imagined this explosive side of me. After what felt like hours, he finally murmured, So this is how you really see me, Tanya? My pride outweighed my regret as I lifted my chin. What else should I think? He sighed heavily. I'm sorry. I'll keep my distance from her from now on. True to Randy's teasing prediction, Jay ultimately decided to host a team dinner for Elaine, though he insisted on inviting the whole project group. Just this once, he said while adjusting his tie. As proper professional courtesy. You'll be there too. Satisfied? The lingering tension between us could have frozen lava. But I nodded. One time. The private dining room buzzed with activity when we arrived. Randy jabbed a chopstick at Jay. Took you long enough. Been too busy canoodling with Tanya to remember us grunts? Elaine smiled from beside him, swirling red wine in her glass. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Randy. You wouldn't understand without a significant other. Hey now. Randy protested. Half the team's coupled up. None of them get all moony-eyed like these two. Elaine's laughter tinkled like wind chimes as she rotated the lazy Susan, filling everyone's teacups. Young love. I used to be like that too. Her smile turned wistful. Wanted to spend every waking moment together. Forgot that even soulmates need breathing room. Love's like holding sand, clenched too tight. And it slips away faster. The sudden vulnerability silenced the room. My knuckles whitened around my napkin until Jay spoke up. It wasn't your fault. He didn't deserve you. Their locked gaze lasted a heartbeat too long before Elaine looked down. Timing's everything, isn't it? Finding the right person at the right moment. I excused us under the pretense of ordering more dishes. The moment the door closed, weeks of bottled-up hurt erupted. What was that? Feeling sorry for your precious Elaine? And her right person crap, was she talking about you? Jay ran frustrated fingers through his hair. You're imagining things. Am I? My voice cracked. She practically announced she's waiting for you in some magical right time. And you. The argument spilled into hushed accusations as waiters hurried past our tense huddle by the ice machine. Our reflections warping in its stainless steel surface like our crumbling relationship. Tanya. What's really been going on with you lately? I just agreed with what everyone else was saying. Did you expect us all to sit there in awkward silence? Besides, I'm the one treating everyone to dinner tonight. Could you not pick a fight with me right now? My eyes stung as tears began spilling down my cheeks. Was I really the one causing trouble? Jay. Search your conscience, hasn't Elaine always harbored special feelings for you? Jay let out a bitter laugh at my words. The usually composed man actually showed flickers of anger. Tanya. Are you really that insecure? Why must you constantly compare yourself to her? You're you. She's her. You both hold entirely different places in my heart. What exactly are you doubting? I already promised you I'd distance myself from her after tonight. What more do you want? I couldn't answer. My chest ached with frustration I couldn't articulate. I glared at him, tears streaming silently as my mind blanked. Had I gone too far? Was I being paranoid? Seeing me like this. Jay's expression softened. He pulled me into his arms, fingers threading through my hair. All right, Tanya. Let's stop this. We'll finish dinner and go home. Okay? That word, home, made me nod weakly against his chest. Yes. We were family. Jay and I were getting engaged this May. Nothing could tear us apart. But when we returned to the private dining room, the atmosphere had shifted completely. Elaine's seat stood empty. Randy snorted as soon as we returned. Done canoodling? Took you long enough to order extra dishes. Jay scanned the room, face darkening. Where's Elaine? Left. The others kept their eyes downcast while Randy stood abruptly, addressing Jay but staring daggers at me. Never took you for the whipped type. Jay. Can't even talk to another woman without your missus dragging you out for scolding. Guess when your mind's in the gutter. Everything looks dirty. Elaine's been helping our team nonstop without asking anything in return. Can't even enjoy a meal without someone giving her the stink eye. Screw this, I'm out. He slammed the door behind him. The remaining guests scattered with excuses about work or family obligations. When Jay cornered a lingering colleague, he learned Elaine had excused herself to work late after we'd left, though everyone saw through her despondent exit. The man patted Jay's shoulder, glancing at me meaningfully. She bowed out gracefully. Jay. Don't push your luck. We left the restaurant in heavy silence. Jay walked ahead without his usual habit of holding my hand and asking if I was cold. Only when we reached home did I grab his arm. You blame me. No. Yes, you do. You're upset I drove her away. He exploded suddenly. Does it even matter now? This is where we are. What do you want me to do? Delete her contacts? Quit my job? Move cities? When I flinched, he yanked out his phone. Fine. I'll delete her right now. Since you don't trust me. But his fingers froze on the screen. Elaine had already removed him. Her final message glowed. Frowny face. Work matters can go through ding talk. She truly loves you. All the best. He closed his eyes and threw his phone in front of me. Are you happy now? Since that day, Jay and I had entered our first real Cold War in 3 years. He'd leave for work at dawn and return past midnight from overtime shifts, never uttering a word. Clutching my latte, my best friend shook her head. Hard to say. But at minimum, this Elaine clearly operates on another level compared to you. She leaned forward, manicured nails tapping the marble table. But Tanya, whatever that woman's playing at, Jay hasn't actually crossed any lines yet. Why not extend an olive branch? Prolonged silence just invites opportunists. You two have fought too hard for this. The February snowflakes settled on my shoulders as I waited outside Wilson Enterprises' glass tower, heart pounding against the bakery box containing his favorite red velvet cake. 2 hours later, I watched Jay's project team spill onto the sidewalk. He walked 3 people apart from Elaine, their body language strictly professional. Team building budgets approved. Someone cheered from the crowd. Weekend getaway spouses welcome. Elaine's laughter rang clear across the frosty air. I'll pass this time. Let Tanya take my spot. Her gaze flickered toward Jay. You should appreciate what you've got. I heard she turned down Stanford for you. As her taxi taillights disappeared, Randy glared at Jay. I'm bailing too. Elaine shouldn't handle those clients alone. The revived warmth in our apartment that night felt fragile as spun sugar. By weekend, I found myself at the team karaoke bar, nursing a cocktail while Jay's colleagues exchanged awkward pleasantries. The phone's vibration cut through off-key Bon Jovi renditions. I watched Jay's face drain of color as Randy's panicked voice crackled through. Elaine's wasted at Lily's lounge. Those clients got handsy, Anne. Tires screeched outside the upscale club district. Through the tinted windows, I saw Randy supporting a staggering Elaine against his shoulder. Jay lunged forward to catch her as she collapsed against his chest. Chanel perfume mingling with bourbon fumes. My footsteps froze in place at that moment. Like a clown, I could only hide behind the hedges, witnessing this absurd scene. Randy, what's going on? Didn't you say you were taking care of Elaine? How did you let her get this drunk? Randy spat viciously to the side. You think I wanted this? Fucking hell. It was all for you. That Vice President Miller kept hitting on Elaine. This greasy bastard asked if she'd be his girlfriend. Elaine said she already had someone. But the asshole wouldn't let it go, kept demanding to know who could possibly outshine him. When she refused, they said liquor loosens tongues and started forcing drinks on her. Guess she's been hurting these past few days too. She went full kamikaze and downed 3 bottles of Chardonnay with them. He kicked the stone pillar angrily. God damn it. What the hell makes you so special? Even I couldn't stand watching her like that. But you stone-hearted bastard were too busy cozying up to Tanya. Jay seemed stunned by this. His gaze toward the woman in his arms gained new layers of guilt and helplessness. I watched them help Elaine into a cab. I stood there until my legs went numb from cold. Then dragged myself back to the apartment alone. Jay didn't sneak back until 6 a.m. He froze upon seeing me sitting rigidly on the couch. Where were you? My voice sounded frostbitten. A colleague needed help. His eyes darted away. Which colleague? Elaine Miller? My laugh held no warmth. The saint who protected her beloved's identity from corporate sharks. Getting herself drunk rather than naming names. So pure. So noble. So tragically self-sacrificing. Must have been heartbreaking. Huh? Jay paled. It's not what you think. Randy was there all night too. We just made sure she didn't choke on her vomit. Nothing happened. Not yet. But how far will this go? All-nighters turn into leaving me? Breaking off our engagement? You're being hysterical. Tanya. His stare chilled. You've been pampered your whole life. I've tolerated your tantrums. But you can't expect everyone to cater to your whims. Elaine clawed her way up from nothing. Your careless words could destroy everything she's worked for. You'll never understand. He grabbed his shoes. I'm going to work. Sort yourself out. The moment the door closed, I collapsed onto the couch. All night's pent-up tears erupted in ugly sobs. Yet the worst came that afternoon when Elaine herself appeared perfectly composed, ordering my favorite mantling coffee with practiced grace. I apologize for yesterday. Tanya. Never meant to cause trouble. Jay was just being kind. He's crazy about you. Did you know he took this job to prove himself worthy of you? I admire what you have. If it helps, she smiled beatifically. I'll quit the project team. Good. Do it. Her eyelashes fluttered. But the smile held. Of course. May you both be happy. After she left, I stared at the coffee she'd bought, now tasting like poison. Little did I know the real nightmare was just beginning. That evening when I got home, I found Jay packing his luggage. My voice came out strained as I asked, "What are you doing?" He didn't look up. Elaine withdrew from the project team today. Our entire group's workload will increase. So I'll be staying at the company dormitory. He zipped his suitcase shut with mechanical precision. Tanya, you got what you wanted. We should take some time apart. The day after Jay moved out, campus reopened. My advisor summoned me. These exchange programs offer excellent schools. The dual master's degree opportunity could really boost your career. I'd originally hesitated last semester because of Jay. But now, I accepted the application form. My best friend sighed. You're really leaving? Shouldn't you discuss this with Jay? You were supposed to get engaged this May. Engagement plans should wait, I replied. If our love's truly strong, he can wait a year. Later that night at a diner, we spotted Randy and Jay at a corner table. Jay's cheeks glowed pink, head propped on one hand. Randy lamented. What did Elaine ever do to deserve Tanya's hostility? Sure, Tanya's loaded and crazy about you. But are you really compatible? Elaine's liked you since joining our team last month. She backed off the moment she learned about Tanya. That's class. Meanwhile, your princess girlfriend forced her off the project. Jay mumbled into the tabletop. 3 years, I owe Tanya. God damn it. Randy slammed his beer. If you don't break up, you're dead to me. As Randy stormed off, my friend nudged me. Should we take him home? I glanced at my bag containing the acceptance letter. No need. 2 weeks later, I boarded the flight to Chicago. My parents listed our apartment. Jay only discovered my departure when the realtor showed our home. They say he called 37 times that day, not that I heard. Buckled safely in seat 24B with my phone powered off. My best friend texted me, Tanya. That guy's been looking everywhere for you. After landing, I sent her a quick got it before opening Jay Wilson's chat. My screen flooded with dozens of missed calls and hundreds of messages, endless apologies scrolling for pages. Tanya, you left the country? Why didn't you tell me? Which school? I'm coming right now. I know you're still upset about what happened. My fault for making you feel insecure. I'll switch jobs after this project. Okay? Tanya, please reply. Did you land safely? Be careful there. Answer me, please. For an entire month, Jay's messages kept coming. My friend told me Elaine Miller had rejoined their project team at the tech giant. Apparently Jay kept messing up after I left. His mind clearly elsewhere. Management had to bring Elaine back, though Jay never mentioned this in his messages. Then Elaine added me on social media. She called immediately. Sorry to bother you. Tanya. Got a minute? Sure. Elaine. What's up? I just wanted to ask, her voice oozed fake concern. What exactly are your intentions with Jay now? Since when is that your business? Oh, don't misunderstand. Her laugh tinkled through the receiver. I just think if you're focused on studying abroad, you should make clean breaks. Dragging this out hurts both of you. His work performance is suffering because of your mixed signals. So she was jealous he kept messaging me. I'd kept Jay's contact while figuring out how to end our engagement, but suddenly everything became clear. Got it. I hung up and blocked Jay everywhere. Let our families handle the broken engagement. Throwing myself into studies helped numb the pain. Those first overseas months were all culture shocks and confusing subway maps, gradually dulling the heartache. Jay sometimes sent money late at night with pleading notes. I kept the cash. Ignored the words. After 3 months, even those stopped. My friend updated me, since you blocked him. He's been getting cozy with Elaine. She brings him lunch. Holds his umbrella, practically his personal assistant. When he got sick last month, she camped at his place for a week. Now they're practically joined at the hip. Randy Clark's even calling them the perfect couple. I suddenly remembered that mysteriously organized medicine cabinet in his bathroom. The signs were always there. Stop. I groaned, highlighting another research paper paragraph. I'm drowning in academic jargon here. But mutual friends kept feeding updates. After 6 months, Elaine and Jay started fighting constantly. She hated that he kept my old stuff. Then Jay failed his probation period. Turns out his post-breakup mistakes left a critical bug in their software, costing the company millions. The entire project team had failed to notice anything wrong. Not even Elaine, who'd been laser-focused on pursuing Jay. The former golden boy everyone pinned their hopes on, the academic star. Rising tech prodigy. Corporate darling had plummeted from grace. Forced to start over from scratch. Yet Elaine seemed unwilling to stand by the man who still carried a torch for his first love. Another year passed before I returned stateside, taking up the position of marketing director at my uncle's conglomerate. What I didn't anticipate was Elaine walking into that conference room as our vendor's representative. She stared at me for a long moment, recognition dawning slowly until her supervisor rapped impatiently on the table. Earth to Elaine, were you planning to present that PPT today or just admire the screen? Her presentation stumbled through technical hiccups and nervous pauses. I watched her supervisor's complexion darken by the minute. Impressive deck, I smiled when she finished. Though I do have several questions about implementation specifics. Ms. Miller, the daggers in her eyes could have skewered steak. Their heated post-meeting argument carried clearly through the glass walls. You claimed Fortune 500 experience. Was your resume fiction? Couldn't explain basic analytics when Tanya pressed you. I prepped you for this. Elaine's strained voice rose defensively to it wasn't my fault, the data. Her protest dissolved into incoherent muttering. Later, sipping lattes at our usual haunt, my best friend nodded toward the mirrored skyscraper across the street. Remember when Jay vowed to conquer that corporate jungle? His and Elaine's promised land. She clicked her tongue disapprovingly. Turns out Elaine only targeted Jay as her ticket up the ranks, P8 potential and beyond. When he crashed out post-probation, their whole team got axed. Rumor has it their pet project hemorrhaged 7 figures, priorities skewed toward office romances. No doubt, she continued, leaning in conspiratorially. But here's the kicker: Elaine originally got her foot in the door through her ex-rich trust fund baby, commitment phobe. Things went south when she tried poking holes in condoms, got dumped with a consolation referral letter. After their project imploded, she actually crawled back to beg him behind Jay's back. When Jay found out, my friend mimed an explosion, nuclear fallout. Elaine accused him of never getting over you. Poetic justice, isn't it? I smiled, swirling the latte art into abstraction. The old ache had dissolved into detached amusement. Jay did reach out later, wanting to apologize in person after hearing of my return. I declined, having his leftover belongings couriered back. Another departure loomed, family obligations calling me overseas to expand our international markets. The tempests of young love seemed quaint now, like weather patterns observed from cruising altitude. Here's to clear skies and new horizons ahead.